mechanical garages, and other.
I think the garland very well complements.
Who does not know him? Master of ceremonies, the representatives of Nadi, Nawaka, Commissioner Western, Special Administrator, CEO and staffs of Nadi Town Council, the Secretary to the Local Government Committee, Dr. Mohit Prasad, respected Talatala, Miss Fiji pageant contestants, can you all please rise and wave to the public? They're all eager to see. These are all the winners of district carnivals. Former mayors, councillors, citizens of Nadi, members of media, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to officially open this pre-event launch of Nadi Town 70th anniversary celebration and city declaration. I would also like to take this opportunity to make a pre-event launch of the upcoming Miss Pacific Island pageant hosted by a wonderful town in December. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to acknowledge the presence of honorable members of parliament on this occasion as well. This will be the first ever hosting of the Miss Pacific Island pageant in Nadi. I know Nadi will put on its celebrations hat and host the event as only they can. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to see so many of you here tonight at this lead-in or pre-event to what will be a series of historical events and celebrations for Nadi Town and its people. When we were planning for these events, I wanted to host such an evening for all the stakeholders personally. I wanted to have the pre-event launch so that we all know the main events and can work towards. I will also be inviting all community groups, including faith-based organizations, to partner with the celebrations committee. So I am here this evening to work with you in putting all our Nadi forces and resources together to make this event a success. Let me also thank the many notable citizens of Nadi who are present here tonight for this occasion. And I also like to acknowledge the presence of municipal council CEOs and the staff from all over Fiji gathered here in support of Nadi, Naka. I will also be looking to all of you and Nadi's corporate citizens to make the forthcoming Nadi's Town 70th anniversary celebration and city declaration a grand and a memorable one. And of course, the Miss Pacific Island pageant that will promote Nadi as a tourist destination and also spread awareness on climate change. Before I continue, let me make a few comments about the climate change and of course, the Nadi from town to city. First of all, it's long overdue. It is also a chance to model Fiji's third city as a smart city, as a green city, and as a city of development and sustainability. As we go along, I will be making specific statements on how we intend to build capacity for Nadi Town Council including start of financial grants to ensure better service amenities for all the people of Nadi. As you can see, the major roadworks from the airport towards town, it is now on the verge of completion and already giving a new look to Nadi. We will make sure that it is complemented by the projected improvements to Nadi once it is declared a city. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a busy period for all of us. In fact, the whole of the past year has been a busy one for all of us at various levels of government. We must be doing something right to be so busy. As the good book says, idle hands are the devil's workshop. In the past 2 weeks, I have traveled halfway around the globe for a conference in the Maldives on climate change and small island states like Fiji. The lessons from there were reinforced this past week at the pre-COP meeting hosted in Danrau, Nadi. As you all would be aware by now, that the Honorable Prime Minister is preparing to take up the presidency of COP23. COP23 begins in Bonn on November 6th this year. And I would like to make some comments on our roles as Fijians and in particular as citizens of its towns and cities. This is in regards to address some of the climate change and environmental issues facing us and how we can best engage our towns and cities in support of this Honorable Prime Minister's call for a united local and global action. Ladies and gentlemen, cleanliness, like charity, begins at home, and a clean and a green environment is the key to local action on climate change in our towns and cities. The forthcoming Nadi 70th anniversary celebrations and the declaration of Nadi City are organized on the values found in the theme for this event, from town to Fiji's most livable green city. As is the Miss Pacific Island pageant that aims to unite the Pacific Islands in the fight against climate change through capacity building for our oceans, islands, and skies. This pre-launch for the 3 events is to begin awareness on both the celebration and the theme, and of course the principle for those celebrations. I can see many of the ground staff from Nadi Town Council here tonight, and I would like to personally commend you for being on the ground in keeping Nadi clean and green. I have seen many of you work very hard under hard conditions to keep its street clean, its green space green. Ladies and gentlemen, can we all show our appreciation for this hard-working staff in this world? Yet, the question remains, ladies and gentlemen, how many of our municipal citizens and Fijians in general are acting on the green and clean principles? Littering remains a major problem. It is not just an eyesore in towns, but also on our roads and beaches. What you throw in the streets or parks ends up in our reef and rivers ecosystem or our landfills instead of the recycling bins. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that one thing that all of you will take back from tonight is to act on keeping our towns and cities clean and green in order to Fiji green and, of course, clean. At the pre-COP meeting, I was fortunate to engage with one of the co-chairs of the Green Climate Fund. I presented an initial proposal for a modern climate change-focused waste management system for Nadi and the Greater Western Viti. I am pleased to report that based on those talks, we will now prepare a concept paper. This will be a first step towards a full funding proposal. This is long-term needed system. It will enable us to manage waste and our environment in more sustainable and eco-friendly ways. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get back to the reason for this gathering. We are gathered here tonight at a pre-event to launch the Nadi 70th anniversary celebration and the declaration of Nadi City on the theme From Town to Fiji's Most Livable Green City. As I have impressed upon you, the most important aspect of this celebration will be to promote action on climate change and on our environment. The celebration also have an element of history in making 70 years since the formation of council in Nadi as a municipality. As such, the celebrations will promote Nadi's heritage as it reaches the ripe old age of 70. Heritage is important for citizens of Nadi to know about their past and celebrate it. It will also bring about civic pride in your municipality. These aspects of Nadi's heritage will be shown tonight in terms of a short documentary, and I can promise you that we will present the full show when the official celebration for the Nadi 70th anniversary celebrations and the declaration of Nadi City takes place. I will also make some announcements on some important initiatives in heritage and climate change in Nadi on that occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason for the pre-event launch was to spread awareness on the upcoming event. This afternoon, one of the media called me and said, "How come you people declaring Nadi as a city and we are not aware?" I said, "We are not declaring Nadi as a city, but it's a launch for the city declaration." Ladies and gentlemen, the reason, as I have stated earlier on, is to spread awareness, not only here in Nadi, but throughout the country. We know there are former mayors, councillors who are not here. They have gone overseas. We will write personally to them and we will invite them for the celebration because we want to recognize them. We will have a civic day in that 1 week's program whereby government will recognize all civic leaders who have contributed towards the growth of Nadi. To bring the Nadi community together with the town council as we begin preparation for the main events later this year, this pre-event will also bring in community involvement in the programs of these events and heighten their participation. The declaration of a city is a one-off and once in a lifetime event, as is the 70th anniversary celebration. And of course, the Miss Pacific Island pageant places Nadi on the international radar. With your support, we can showcase and promote Nadi to the maximum during this event. I look forward to your support, ideas, and input in making all these three activities into a grand event. Please keep the Nadi pride and be focused on Nadi Fest as we embark on the path to the forthcoming celebrations. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope to share ideas with you during the cocktails later and the networking opportunities that will follow the formalities. I have faith in Nadi. I have faith in all of you. I have faith that we, and I mean Nandi, will deliver grand celebration and grand event for the 3 upcoming events that I have outlined earlier on. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to your work and support for these upcoming events. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. Vinaka and thank you.